Number 2, college football impressed. I mean, look, it's not even close. Cignetti's got to be at the very top of this.
Sure.
I mean, yo.
He might be the greatest coach of all time.
He might be the greatest coach of all time.
Of all time.
Do you know, there's all these old interviews. We know how good he is on the microphone, but these old interviews of that have been floating around since he got that huge win, because of course there's always going to be a lot more attention to a guy, because then everybody's like, so what's the deal with this guy? He was on the 2011 Alabama staff with Saban.
Yeah.
And he said, I always wanted to be a head coach. I thought I could be a good head coach. And he was like, and I was coming up on 50. And I was like, 50?
Sheesh.
50? Like, Dan Lanning's like 28.
I know, right?
Kenny Dillingham, right? And it's like, fit. And so he's like, I always thought I could be a really good head coach. And he said, my dad had run a program up in the Northeast. I didn't realize this, but he said my dad had run a program up in the Northeast and had a lot of success there. And he goes, and then the program went totally downhill. It's Division II. And he's like, and I went and took it over for a fraction of the money. And there was a lot of times when I was there, after I took the job, he's like, my daughters both wanted to hopefully go to college or go to med school. And I took a big pay cut to go and be a head coach in Division II. And it's you hear his story of him going Division II and then going to Division I. And then Indiana's impossible to do this at. He also does the whole, I used to be a recruiting coordinator and I've never cared about stars. The high school thing, the guys 18, 19, they're different people a year or two later. I want to find the guys that are about the right stuff, that are willing to put the work in, they're willing to put in the process and develop into what they can become and the best versions of themselves and whatever. And I mean, what that guy has pulled off at Indiana, and obviously it culminates where everybody still kind of was because they played against Notre Dame and they played against Ohio State last year, and those were their 2 losses. But it wasn't like they had burned through a who's who. But this is on the road at Oregon.
Yes, bro.
It is.
Austin Stadium is one of the craziest environments.
There's nothing you can poke a hole in that with. And so I think it was, okay, my buddy Dan Wetzel tweeted this out yesterday. Indiana averaged 4 wins a season in the 30 years before Curt Cignetti. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can count them on one hand.
He is now 16-2 at Indiana. And the only losses are at Ohio State and at Notre Dame.
Yeah. The dude is unreal.
And he was, you know how old he was when he got that job? 61.
He's 64 now.
The greatest coach ever might have not been hired until he was 61 years old.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I saw a tweet that said Curt Cignetti has 2 top 10 wins in the last 3 weeks. That's the same amount as James Franklin had in his non-season at Penn State.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
9 years, he had more in 2 weeks. The dude, bro.
I don't know if there is a crazier story. And it's not like he got hired at Oregon and is doing this. Got hired at Indiana and is doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about ruining it for every other coach in the world? Curt Cignetti can do it, right? He's there's a new mega power in college football. It's Indiana. Why? Because I say it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah. Google me. I win. And it's bro.
Why would I go? Why would I go somewhere else? Why would I go
Yeah.
somewhere else? I can build this at Indiana. You see what I've done in 2 years.
No, you can't. You're not supposed to be able to. 30 years of 4 wins a year, and the dude is 16-2. It didn't even take time. How? How did it not take time to do this? It's shot year 3.
Remember last year, he brought
portal,
all of his James Madison team. He brought his entire James Madison team over, just hey, you guys know what I like to do, know how I play. But this year,
he's transfer portal. You know what I want to do? Go do it. Because, like, we talked about it, too. Like, yo, we're going to find out if they're for real. Because last time in the big game, they got beat up a little bit.
The other one, does
He
it just again, this is why I say he's ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't it change the way you think about, like, what's possible anywhere?
Exactly.
Right? Like that's what they're trying to do at Vandy. But, like, this has been a process for
It's been a
Clark Lee
process
to get
for
this
Vanderbilt.
going to, you know, right?
Uh-huh.
No, when I sit here, I'm like, okay, so if Cignetti's done this at Indiana, like, why can't Matt Rule do it in Nebraska? Like,
Right.
if you can do it in Indiana, why can't you do it in Nebraska?
Well, and you also wonder, like, what would be the? I mean, no, it wouldn't. There is. I guess Vandy would be the equivalent, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, it's not like James Franklin won like that at Vandy. James
No.
Franklin was
He
bowl
won-
games.
he
and
won
that-
enough.
And
He
that,
won enough.
But I mean, he was winning. He was like 8-4,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And that felt like 12-0,
Right.
Right, being that. Maybe if you turned like Kentucky into
A powerhouse.
like, yes. Like, imagine Kentucky becoming one of the best 10 programs in the country. You'd be like, what? How?
yeah, that's
That's kind of Indiana.
yeah, because
Because Indiana's a basketball school as well.
Exactly.
Because we watched Spurrier do it at South Carolina. Like,
Yeah.
he did turn South
did it.
Carolina into a, like, top 10, top 15 program
Mullen
for a
had
couple
Mississippi
years.
State number one in the country.
Mullen made
Yeah.
Mississippi State really good. We've seen Ole Miss be really good. They're good now.
But look,
Right.
it's going to have people looking at their athletic directors like, yo.
I mean, the dude
why
in
can't you do it
Texas
here?
Tech right now.
If you could do it
but-
in Indiana, you could do it anywhere.
Do you think Curt Cignetti got James Franklin fired?
Yes, 100%.
He lost to Oregon, turned around and lost, right?
He gave Oregon their first Big Ten loss, bro.
It's possible.
That was
That's their first
that was
one?
their first Big Ten loss.
Oh,
bro.
wow.
Like,
Anyway.
Curt Cignetti's the GOAT.
This guy,
He might be the GOAT.
this guy
And
seriously.
apparently, and he's got the donors now too. Like the Indiana's
Yeah.
got, they're a big time alumni that went there.
Oh,
they said
yeah.
like Mark Cuban like last year made his first donation ever to their athletic department, and assuming it's for football. And
I mean, like,
basketball and all
when that
like-
dude said they could be one of the top 10 programs in the country, everybody was like, okay.
Oh, yes. All right, relax, buddy.
Now it's like, wait, can
yeah, like I mean,
It goes to pay though. Like if you just get a guy like a football guy, and not get a guy who's just like the massage PR. Just go get a guy who loves football. What can happen in 2 or 3 years, bro?